Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. So for today's video, we are going to be creating this classic holiday makeup look that you see right here. If you want to see how I created this look, then let's go ahead and keep watching. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is apply this e.l.f. matte putty primer as my base before I apply my foundation. And I'm just going to apply this a little bit on my forehead and my cheeks and my nose, my chin. I don't want to like go everywhere. I just kind of want to go like where I know I might have cakiness or settling around my nose and my mouth area, my forehead. Sometimes I get settling right here in between my eyes on my fine lines, and it's like really annoying. So just a little bit in these areas. Just gonna rub it in. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead in with foundation, and I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild. This is the Photo Focus foundation. This is just a regular one, and mine is in Shell Ivory. And I will put this on a time lapse to go ahead and apply my foundation. Okay, now that I am done applying my foundation, I'm going to go ahead and apply concealer. And I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus concealer. And this one is in Light Ivory. And I'm just going to apply that under my eyes a little bit. I have like a lot of stray hairs, guys. It's driving me nuts. My eyelids. I'm like running out of this concealer. Okay. Go ahead and use my Real Technique sponge to blend it in. Bring it down the bridge of my nose. I like to close my eye and get in the corner, because sometimes those corners are really hard to get and can look really awkward if you miss them. Down the corners of my nose, middle of my forehead, Cupid's bow, and chin. And yeah, so that's what I'll do with that. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply some CoverGirl Clean, and I'm going to use this to set my under eye. Just going to use this e.l.f. I don't remember what this is called. A lot of the e.l.f. products now have names on their brushes, but before they did not. I don't remember if this is the concealer brush or like the small blending brush. I can't remember what it's called. But I love to use this for setting my under eye. I feel like it's the perfect size. Oh, and my CoverGirl Clean is in 120 Creamy Natural. Forgot to mention that. Okay, now that my under eyes are set, I'm just going to put a little bit in the corners of my nose, chin, mouth, and right in here. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply my eyebrows, and I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. Mine is in Natural Brown. I'm going to do this on a time lapse as well. Okay, now that I'm done with my eyebrows, I'm going to go ahead and apply some bronzer. And I'm going to be using the e.l.f. This is a primer infused bronzer, and mine is in Forever Sun-Kissed. And I'm just going to apply it with this Eco Tools. It's actually for bronzer. So I'm just going to apply it to my cheeks, my forehead, and I kind of just tap it in a couple of times. And then I use a motion of like tapping and blending, swiping, whatever. And I will go on my chin area, along my jawline. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with my blush. And I'm going to be using this Ulta Beauty Flushed Blush. And this is in Pink Smoke. And I really love this because it's kind of like mauve-y but pink at the same time. And I'm going to apply it with an Eco Tools blush powder blush brush. And I'm going to do the same thing, just a couple of taps, and I'm going to use a tapping, swiping motion to apply. Okay, I think that's good. Now I'm going to go ahead on with my eyes, and for the eyes today I'm going to be using the Tarteist Pro palette, and I'm thinking that we're going to start with this Innocent shade right up in here, this Innocent shade, and I'm just going to take this Wet n Wild, this is the P15 brush. It's kind of fluffy, but it's like kind of flat at the same time. I'm just going to use that, tap in a little bit, and I'm going to start applying this in my crease and my upper, above my crease. Same thing to the other side. Now this shade is like sort of like a really light beigeish brown, but it's like pinkish at the same time. I really like this as a transition shade, especially for this classic holiday look we're going for. We don't want to go like, I'm not going for really deep eyes because our lips are going to be like a really classic red with this look. And so I didn't want to go too deep with the eyes. I wanted to keep them a little bit classic and soft. That's why I chose this shade. Okay, I think we're done here. Now let's go in, and I'm going to just take this e.l.f. contour brush. It's kind of like fluffy and flat a little bit. And I'm going to go in with the shade, what is it called? Drama. It's right down here. And it's kind of like a deep purpley, kind of like burgundy red. I'm just going to tap this in there, and I'm going to kind of try to focus this on my outer kind of V area, just to kind of give it like a little bit deeper look to it. Eventually I will drag it in slightly to like above the crease slightly, but I'm really just trying to focus it here, and then I'm going to slightly kind of drag just a little bit inward, and then I will go in with the other brush we were using to kind of like blend it a bit more. Just really going to deepen it up a little bit on the corners. Okay, same thing over here. And I am going to slightly drag, just like the other side, like so. Okay, like I said, I'm going to take the other brush again, and I'm going to kind of mix both of the innocent and drama slightly. And I'm just going to like blend right in here. Kind of drag it in and blend it. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Slightly blend them together and bring it in. Just so like it's a slight darker transition coming inward. Okay, now I'm going to go in with Glam right over here. I was going to go in with the more gold, but I was like, you know what? We're going for more of a soft holiday classic glam, so I thought, let's do this shade. So I'm just going to start like tapping this on my eyelid and towards the center of my eye. I'm not going to go all the way to the edge. I'm going to try to like meet up with the darker shade that we had applied. And I kind of just drag it like this with the brush right in the crease. And you see how it just like really just carves out the eyelid area? I just love these flat. This is the flat eyeshadow brush from e.l.f. I really like this brush. It's like one of my favorites for applying shimmer or glittery shades to your eyelid, because it just really carves out. See how it's just carving out like perfectly? Okay, I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. I just start tapping it first in place, and then I'll start going back and forth, like sweeping motions. Just in the eyelid area. Like so. Then I am going to go back in with the darker drama shade, and I'm going to kind of just deepen up and kind of make these blend more with the shimmer shade. Make the deeper shade meet up with the shimmer on the corner. A little bit more. Looking okay. Kind of have those meet up again, like so. Okay, and now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take, this is also an e.l.f. smudge brush. I love this brush. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mix Drama and Innocent together, and I'm just going to kind of like smudge it on my lower lash line. So just mix those two together and smudge them out slightly on the lower. And I'm going to do the same thing, obviously, to the other side. Palette's heavy. Okay. So now that we're smoked out on the lower, I'm going to go ahead and apply eyeliner. The eyeliner I'm applying today is just going to be, this is the LA Girl Glide Gel Liner, and this is in Whiten. And I'm just going for a more frosty kind of look. That's why I chose white for this. Alright, done with that, and so now I'm just going to apply a little bit of highlighter real quick, and I'm going to apply, this is the Wet n Wild Loose highlighter in I'm So Lit. I'm going for a more frosty kind of look. I was going to use gold, and I was like, you know what, let's just go for a more frosty look. So I'm just going to apply that with an Eco Tools sand brush. And I'm going to apply that, obviously, on my cheekbones. On the tip of my nose. On my Cupid's bow. And then we'll also take this little Wet n Wild, I think this is a small concealer brush, and we'll apply some also to our brow bone for a little bit more oomph to the eyes, a little bit more sparkle for Christmas. And I'm also going to put this on my inner eye in the corner to give us that real bright holiday sparkly eye, just like so. Perfect. Now for my eyes, I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to take an e.l.f. flat eyeliner brush, and I'm going to take a black eyeshadow. And I'm just going to go from one of these little e.l.f. bite-sized shadows, and I'm going to use this real deep black over here. This is from the Truffles palette, and I'm basically just going to kind of smudge that on my upper lash line. Instead of using eyeliner, I'm just going to kind of like apply this to the upper lash line, just to give me a little bit more drama. I'm basically just tapping the tip of this brush right into the eyeshadow, and literally just tapping the tip of the brush onto my eye. Okay, I think that's good enough. And let's see, the mascara I'm going to use today is going to be the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara. Mine is in Blackest Black. I will also do this on a time lapse to make it go faster. So now that I'm done with my mascara, I'm going to go ahead in with this Milani Understatement Lip Liner in Push It. This is from the Salt and Pepper and Milani lip kit, Push It lip kit, and I'm going to line my lips with this. Okay, so now I'm going to apply my lipstick, and I'm going to be using this Bare Minerals. This is the Naughty Matte liquid lipstick, and it's like a true, I keep picking up the wrong mirror, classic red. Perfect for a holiday look. I really love the formula as well. But yeah, you can't get more classic for the holidays than this red lip right here. And I'm going to go ahead and apply my lashes off camera, and I will be right back. So now that my lashes are on, the last thing I'm going to do is set with this NYX Matte Finish spray. Just to finish everything off and to really set it in place. Because when you are having a party or cooking or whatnot, you really need to set your makeup so that you don't look like a mess an hour later. And so this is how the final look turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me creating this classic holiday makeup look. And if you did, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel, and I will definitely see you guys in my next video. Bye!